Girl, slay the house down boots, mama.
Now that was a bad choice.
Right. No. Don't try to change the subject. Spill the tea.
Okay, but what was she expecting?
Well, that bitch is crazy.
Honestly, pop off. We should have talked first.
Can you blame her?
She should probably drink a little less. Literally. Well, let's get into it then. It's time to spill the tea with Damen B.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Spill the Tea with Damen B and Gigi.
Hi.
If you're an Audible listener, I feel bad for you because Gigi is looking like a hot bimbo bombshell that just got off the beach.
Thank you.
Ah!
Okay, so I'm just showing this look because, and I'm going to tell you why. We went to Mexico. You know how I talk about that all the time, and
Yeah.
I want to go back. And I'm totally into muumuus now. So this is my muumuu, my white muumuu, because see the nice detail, but it just is like a, big
It's a
dress.
sheet. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
white
more or
sheet.
less
Yeah.
wrapped around you. Um, But anyway, we went to this white party, and I am a desperate housewives, or not desperate, the other one, housewives of
Real
Beverly Hills.
Housewives. Yeah, Real Housewives.
Yeah, of Beverly. I'm a big fan, and I could call them desperate housewives too, and be quite honest.
Be
But
accurate.
anyway, so when I was asked to go to this wedding, they were having a white party, and if anybody watches the Housewives, you know that that's like a staple of the season is the white party. So I got so incredibly excited and I put together the outfit. Now you can't see it all, but it's like a moo, but then I have these white sparkly shoes too that go with it. I'm not wearing them right now, but I was wearing them that night and not one single person took a picture of me.
You know, it's like you weren't the bride or something. Like
I
all the
know.
attention was
I
off of
know.
you.
Okay,
It's
but let me just say, okay, the attention was all over the bride
uh
all day on her wedding.
That's
This was the
true.
white party, and I put a lot into this, a lot more probably than everyone else. Nothing.
I texted Grandma tonight because she sent me a picture and she goes, "I'm ready to go." An hour early before we were supposed to
I actually
record.
got messed up on our time changes. I thought we were the other way around.
Right.
I was
And
like rushing.
she sent me a picture and I go, "Grandma, this is Spill the Tea with Damon B." I was like, "We're not doing sexy tonight." Like
Ah,
the category
thank
is
you.
not
Oh,
that.
oh, come on.
Like
These are so cute. I just,
they
oh,
are. Like I just got home from work, literally changed my shirt to something cash, and you're over here going to a white
killing
party,
it. Yeah.
killing it.
Yeah. Like if
Okay.
somebody would have a white party, I could just go to it right now. And it's a matter of slipping on a clip in my hair and throwing this white dress on, this moo. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so I didn't put a lot into the outfit, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so our first topic tonight, should we talk about parties? Have we done parties yet?
Oh no, we haven't.
Okay,
Yeah,
well let's talk about
that would be
parties.
fun.
Since you're all dressed up.
Yeah, I love parties.
Okay, birthday parties. You've had many. How do you feel about them?
Oh my god, right out of the gate.
Boom boom.
Um, Birthday parties. Well, I've had a few. I did have a really nice 50th birthday party, and it wasn't that long ago, just saying. Um,
Right. I was
but
5? I'm just
long
kidding.
enough. Well, you were there, and you were
I know.
able to go to the bar, so
Oh, that's
now
true. Yeah.
I had all of, like, girlfriends there, and my daughters and your mother, um,
Mhm.
everybody, they rented an Airbnb, and like, we were able to whoever wanted to stay could stay, whoever wanted to go, and we had a nice party, like, pre-party
Yeah.
there, and then we went to the bars after, and then I don't remember much.
It
coming home, but I woke up
was a fun night, and we got McDonald's in the
in the
morning.
morning and I was like, "Oh my god, what did we do?"
It was the hangover.
Yeah, I felt like it was the hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't wake up
And
with
that Airbnb looked almost the same as far as I'm
right.
concerned.
Well,
Oh my god, we had to clean it. It was terrible.
there was a
Wow.
tiger in the washroom.
Yeah, and some chickens. And then it turned out that that Airbnb was right next door to a halfway house.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so, like, Silver was out smoking a joint, and here's a guy out there smoking, and he's like, "Hey," like, talking to her and everything, and then we realized, oh, it's a it's like a jail. Yeah, anyway.
Well,
Yeah, it was fun. Have you got your Teams on or something? I can't hear you. There you are.
there we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Microsoft Teams wasn't open. We found out this was
Mhm.
the last time. It just popped up saying it was doing an update in the background, and
I
that's
see.
why.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, that was not professional.
Unprofessional.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that was a really good party. You've left again. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, great. What about you?
So I've only had a couple birthday parties in my life, and they've, for the most part, they've
Just
been
2?
good.
Are you just 2 years old? Really? Some days I think that. Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways, no, I've had good birthday parties. I'm just thought about this the other day. The ones that I had growing up where you had kids over, you jump on the trampoline, you have water gun fights, you get birthday cake, you get presents. I miss those. I kind of
Mm.
do.
Do you?
Right. Because this year I was thinking, what am I doing this year? I am seeing my family, which is nice, but there's no water gun fights. And we got to bring that back.
Gotta bring it back.
And I think we're going to Dairy Queen, which is nice.
Oh, you're going to
Um,
Dairy Queen? Is that the birthday party
yeah.
that I'm going to?
Well, I don't know.
So you're going, but I'm not going?
It depends if you show up with a gift in your hand. We'll
Oh,
see.
I see. Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm actually going to see you.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
She's
that's
not
nice.
yeah, she's not coming over to Ontario for me, but I will be seeing her.
Mhm.
Keep it
Yes.
together.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah! So, anyway, but okay, so all the birthday parties I've been to, bowling's a great time, laser tag, these are all young birthday parties. Now that I'm older, it's more drinking, more okay, well, there's I have one with family where it's nice. It's almost like a potluck, but my other grandma does all
Mhm.
the cooking. And then give I was gonna say we exchange gifts, but everyone just gives me gifts.
Yep.
And because I'm the center of attention.
Right.
And yeah, I also like going to parties. Let's talk about that. Do you like going to parties?
I love it. I am
You
a
love them?
I don't know, I've sort of suppressed myself, um, and I don't know why. Because I actually love parties. I love it. I could literally live at a party.
Okay, now do you go for the atmosphere, the people, the cake? What is
I
it?
think okay, here's what I love. I love music.
Mhm.
I love really loud music. I love that. I love it. Um, I love, the social aspect of it, the drama.
Hmm.
Quite often there's drama. I like that.
There's always drama.
Yeah, so I like to sit back and just watch that. I don't wanna be involved in the drama. I just wanna watch the drama go down. Um, yeah, I really love parties. I love it. have my whole
Mhm.
life. Yeah.
I like parties. I kind of like any social gathering. I don't know how, but I always try to find a way to make it about me. And that's what I love. And like funerals, we talked about funerals, but somehow I'm the center of attention. Don't know
Right,
why.
right. 'cause you make it that way. That's why.
I seen your
Not
eyes
hard
get all big
it's
through
not
your
hard to
sunglasses.
figure out why.
Right. Um, yeah, I do like going and talking to people, and usually at parties, you see people that you haven't seen in a while,
Mhm.
so catching up, and then the food's usually good.
That's always nice, like a wedding, dance or reception is
Mm,
always a lot of fun, I find, in family, because you'll see a lot of family that you haven't seen in a long time,
yeah,
and you're able to sort of catch up and talk to people that you haven't seen. Unfortunately, a funeral is almost similar, except it's under usually
or
horrible
yeah,
circumstances, but you still see people that you haven't seen in years and years and years. So it's it's nice, even though it's in a horrible circumstance. Um, I don't know, like, and have you ever planned a party for someone? Because I've done that, and that's the opposite end of,
just going and having fun.
fun.
Planning is
Yeah, I was just gonna
stressful.
say that's the opposite of fun.
I have planned I planned a surprise birthday party for my best friend here in Toronto.
Mm,
She hated celebrating her birthday and
right,
whatever, and I said, "Listen, I'm celebrating your birthday one year. You don't know which year it's gonna happen." So then I
right.
planned her a surprise birthday party one year. Now, it was so hard to keep
Oh,
everyone's mouth shut, even though on the invitation I sent everyone, it said, "Surprise birthday party, she
right.
doesn't know."
Mhm.
You know? Whole point
Yes.
of a surprise. Picking the venue, oh my god, that was the venue also lied to me. I asked for a private room for like 12 people.
Mhm.
Uh, Table in the middle of the restaurant for 12 people. I was like,
Oh,
"Where's the private room?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't have a
what?
private room." And I'm like, "Okay. So why did you tell me over the phone you did?"
Yeah,
"Oh, we don't know
yeah.
who you talked to."
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not fun, and especially when it's all on you, on one
Yeah.
person type thing, that can get really stressful. I know I did, my husband's when he turned was it when he turned 50? I think so. That was a
Yeah.
while ago. I was gonna say a
It's been
lot,
20 years. I was just kidding.
almost. Anyway, and that was really hard because I was doing that. It was a surprise. And also, I was doing it when he would go to work. So I worked all day. I think at that time too, I was doing a course, a college course. And then he would get ready to go to work. And I had a window because he would go to work
Mhm.
at night. And the window was like 8:30 to 9:30, because you're not calling people
Yeah,
at 9:30 or 10 o'clock or 10:30 and whatever. So it was that window of time where I could do all this stuff or contact all these people and talk to people and whatever. And then he would come home the next day and I'd have to I'd have, spread all out all over the table, and then it's all
God,
put back in and put
yeah.
away where he can't find it, and then start again the next night. So that was hard. And then my dad's 80th birthday party, I planned that
Yep,
one too. And that was a little bit easier because I wasn't living with him. So
yeah.
but I remember the next when he actually got there and was surprised, and I was like, I am just exhausted. I'm not having any fun at all. Like, this is not fun. So I thought in my head, this is I think the last time I'm going to try and do this for anyone, because it's just too hard. It's a lot of work.
Especially if it's a surprise party,
Mhm.
because what I really
Mhm.
hate is people who aren't punctual and who
Mhm.
don't show up on time.
Mhm.
So the surprise party that I planned, I went to pick her up. I was just saying like, I'll take you out for a nice dinner. That was
Mhm.
the kind of
Right.
thing. The cover. So anyways, I'm texting everyone else to make sure they're all there, right?
Mhm.
Oh, we need 20 more minutes. Oh, this person's not here yet. Oh, so
Mhm.
we were on the subway. I purposely missed our stop and I go, "Oh, silly me. Oh, we missed our stop 3 stops ago. Let's get off here and, go
And
back."
walk. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we did. And then so it's 30, I think it was like 30 minutes after when everyone was supposed to be there. And then everyone was there by the time we showed up. And they're like, "Where have you guys been?" I'm like, Are you fucking kidding me? Waiting for you.
Yeah. I remember actually, I don't know if you were involved in that. My daughter and planned a surprise 45th birthday party for me and my brother. And were you there? I don't. You
I
were
really
there.
don't know. Are you
I think
sure?
you were there.
Would I have
I'm
been in
pretty
high school
sure.
then?
I'm not sure. Anyway,
We're not doing that.
what I do remember is walking in. It was at a restaurant, and walking in and running into my uncle Phil and my aunt, and thinking, "What are you doing here?" Like that's weird. Isn't that odd that the same time? And they did a good job of hiding it, but exactly what you said, they were late,
Yeah,
and like we were supposed to arrive at a certain time, and everybody else was supposed to be in there, and they just happened to be late. And, so they're in the parking lot, we run into each other, and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing here? We're going out for dinner. Wanna join us?" And they're like, "Oh, no, we have reservations. We gotta get in. We're late, whatever." And they ran ahead and they got in there, but, I remember my daughter being like, "Oh, no, now she knows," which I had no clue at all, and I think that happened at my dad's with your
yeah,
aunt. And
yeah.
he still didn't know either. He had no clue because I think he's deaf, and he was 80, and, she arrived there just while he was arriving, and, you're gone again.
I know, I'm black on my whoa, what is
Wow,
happening?
what's happening? Oh, you're still there,
Um,
though.
why the fuck? Okay, you keep talking.
Anyway, she arrived at the same time, and she actually said to him, "Happy birthday, Don." And I think he's so deaf, I don't think he understood what she had said. So it was great because he was confused as to why she was there.
Yeah,
And I think maybe your grandma or your Omi made a little excuse. They had something they had to pick up or something there. I don't know. I think your Omi was like mortified.
meanwhile, at
Anyway,
the it's they're
thankfully,
outside the
thankfully
Warminster
yeah, the
Legion.
Legion, like, they would have no reason to be there,
Yeah,
but, thankfully, like, they were right at the door, so, it was
yeah,
just he had 2 seconds he to kind of figure out all that, and he's walking in the building at the same time, so it was pretty good.
yeah.
He didn't catch on. They didn't it wasn't an
It
issue.
is it's the worst feeling though when you did all this hard work to plan and
Yeah,
then it's like about to burst.
yeah.
Like
But
that's oh
I
yeah.
felt like and with, my husband too, both parties, I felt like if they got to that day or got to that building and didn't know, that was surprise enough. I mean, then you can't really control people arriving and vehicle like, my husband knows a lot about vehicle. I don't pay attention to anybody's vehicle. People drive by
Right.
me here, and they'll be, like, waving, and I'm like, I don't know
Who
what
are
you even
you?
drive. I don't care. I don't look at it. I don't memorize. He memorizes. Like he'll go, "Oh, that was a 1967 Ford, whatever," and I'm like, "What? How do you even know that? I don't get it." Or like even today, it's like, "Oh, that's a 2024, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "I don't know. Is
What?
it? Is it
I don't
really?"
know
He
who
may be lying to me. I don't even know. So, that's what I'm saying, when he gets to the parking
yeah.
lot and sees someone that he knows their vehicle, I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
But he didn't figure it out. And the
Good.
funny thing was, I used, my dad's birthday as a ruse for him, and I used his birthday for a ruse for my dad. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because they have similar,
that's neat.
timed birthdays. Yeah.
Oh, smart. That's so
Mhm.
smart, Graham Graham.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, planning parties, I don't think I wanna do that really in the future.
What
Or
about
surprise.
what about
Surprise.
having parties at your house?
Well, if you recall, I threw a New Year's Eve party that no one showed up to.
Sorry.
Thanks for bringing that
I didn't
up.
mean to bring that up.
I had a freezer full of appetizers. Fuck, I even texted my neighbor, and she wasn't even here, but she didn't even
She didn't even
respond.
come.
She did.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
"Well, yeah, grandma, so I have threw a party before.
Right.
How about you?"
I've thrown my share, and I had the thing I don't like, and I won't, probably in the future, is I don't like cleaning it up.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, and, when we were younger, I mean, you had more energy to get up the next day and look at it and go, "Oh my goodness," like, if you ever watch those reality shows where they're like summer house or winter house, and the next morning they all get up and the place is just a write off. Well, I've seen that enough in my life that I won't do that anymore. It's
Sorry,
too
I'm gonna
hard.
call you out here. I
Okay.
just remember waking up in the log cabin
Mm.
Saturday morning.
Oof.
Grandma and grandpa used to drink Friday nights, people.
Mm.
And I'd come down the stairs. CDs all over the living room. All over the
I
living room.
still do
I'm like,
that.
you literally
We
grab
actually,
every
you know what we
CD
did?
and just
We found like we s- have all those CDs. They're still here, and we had to move them and move them and move them, and they were in a big plastic garbage bag. And we actually took them all out and cleaned them all up and sorted them all out. And we listened to them not too long ago, about a month ago. We were listening to the CDs. However, I did not leave them all over, and we only listened for a little while, and then we switched to, um, the internet radio so that there's none of that mess the next day, yeah, because and I've also learned over the years, I get out I get out a blue bag, and I tie it to my kitchen drawer for cans and bottles at the
Oh, okay.
moment. So when I'm done drinking a beer, because I drink beer, and I drink a lot of beer, and so
She
I
does.
do, and when I'm
They both
done
do.
yeah, or when he's done, and he puts his in a glass, so that's kinda nice because he empties it right out. I don't like it in a glass because I actually drink more if I drink it out of a glass. So I drink it out of the can, but that leaves a little bit in the bottom, so you gotta
Yeah, ugh.
watch because when you throw it in the bag, then you've got all this yuck in the bottom of the bag, so
Mm.
you gotta anyway, it's a whole thing. But now, saving myself time and mess the next day, I get the blue bag, I set it all up even before, and at least for half the night, I'm making sure I'm putting those cans in the blue bag.
Well,
Half the
that's very
mess, at least. Sometimes
half.
no mess. Know what else?
I just re I I just remember waking up Saturday mornings and be like, "Okay, everyone's helping out," and then we'd go for, like, breakfast or, like, Chinese food,
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then we'd all be in bed at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. There'd be no more of that. Every once in a while, we could do it twice. Can't do it twice anymore. That's over. That is over. But what I did also find out is I take these, uh, gummies, like the marijuana gummies,
Okay.
okay? And I take, like, one and there's some they're called Wild. So they wake you up. They don't put you to sleep because if I did that, I'd be in bed. Um,
Yeah.
so take those. Next day, I wake up, and this has happened every time I've taken them. No headache.
No hangover?
I won't say no hangover. I still
Oh,
kind of feel sluggish,
yeah.
but I can get up and actually move around and do stuff and like go shopping
Okay.
and move around. So I'm just saying, marijuana, yay, yay for marijuana.
Yay for mar
Yeah.
Um, did you ever throw any parties in, like, high school or any college parties you went to?
I never went to college. Now I did go to
Mm.
Australia, so that was like just a single
That was
long
a party. Yeah,
party, right? From the
yeah.
time I got there to the time I got home. I don't even really remember a lot of it. So
Huh.
um In high school, what we used to do is go to pit parties, they were called,
Yeah, pit parties,
and we did
yeah.
that almost every weekend, like, from senior like, grade 11, 12, right?
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
well, maybe I would've maybe went to well, no, I don't think so. But anyway, maybe I'm rewriting history. Maybe I went right from grade 9. I don't recall, but
We don't know.
definitely 11, 12. Because I think we had to have a car because you had to drive to them. So you had to be with people that had vehicles. Now, back
Mhm.
then, nobody cared about drinking and driving, which don't do that today. Um, but it was awesome. We would go to an old pit, like a gravel pit.
Gravel pit.
And back then, it wasn't on the internet, so nobody knew we were there. And usually those gravel pits, you go in and you had quite a drive in before you'd get to where you
Yeah,
wanted to be. You'd be pretty secluded. You could have massive fires because you're in a gravel pit. There's no you're not you're not going to burn the forest down. You
yeah.
could leave the fire when you walked away and it'd just burn itself out. There's no trees around or anything like that. And oh my god, that was just the most fun. Everybody brought their cars, so one person would run their radio until their battery got low, and somebody else would pull up and do it with theirs. And back then we had like muscle cars, so
Mhm,
that was
yeah.
like where the guys would be showing off their cars and their radios, which they would really like. They had radios. If you lifted the trunk, the
The
entire trunk,
stereos, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the speakers would be the entire trunk would be the speakers. So, like and you're not near anyone. These pits were, like, hundreds of acres.
Yeah.
So you're not, like, no you're not bothering anyone. It was the greatest time I used to have doing that.
We had a few pit parties that I went
Mhm,
to when I was in high school. Those were the most fun I've had were, like, the pit parties.
mhm.
Um,
Very free.
the hou
Like,
Yeah,
you're not enclosed, you're not worried about somebody's
yeah.
house.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna say the house parties, I felt cramped, you
Mhm.
know, you were playing beer pong, which was fun. I loved playing beer pong and then socializing, but then there was some times where it just got so cramped. I didn't want to be there anymore because I kind of got claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But the pit parties were the best time. Um, and now I'm okay with just drinking with like a great group of friends and
Mhm.
then just
Mhm.
like playing games and stuff. That's always fun.
Yeah.
That's more my style now.
Yeah, we have a few neighbors around that we every once in a while, like we went out a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago and went on like their boat and where they have their cottage. It's very secluded. So anyway, have a few drinks out there and then go in and just a nice time. Yeah, we've certainly calmed down from years gone by.
Well, I don't know what you do in your life, so. Oh, but in college parties, I never really liked college parties because they're when I lived in residence, they were the worst because everyone would try to have a party in their dorm room or whatever.
Mm.
But it sucked because some people would try to throw it like a Thursday night when you have class the next
Oh,
day.
right,
And
right, right.
if it happened on my floor, I'm like, this is not happening. Like this is it was right outside like my room too. And I'm like, no.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I didn't care if it was like a Saturday, like Friday night, Saturday, I wouldn't care
Mhm.
because no one has classes on the weekend. But that was the thing. So residence wasn't great, and then we'd go to other people's houses, and then a lot of people just act so stupid when they're drunk, like destruction of other people's property,
Yeah.
putting
Yeah,
holes
I
in the
was
wall.
never, one for that,
You know.
and that's why I wasn't a a big fan of house parties. Because not only
Yeah.
would I get upset if, like, say I spilled a drink or something, I would feel like I just was
Yeah.
raised in a household that that was just not okay, and,
Yeah.
I if I went to a party and somebody else was destroying things or doing something stupid, I would get really upset with them because I just felt like, "Oh, don't do that. Like this person is going to get in so
Yeah.
much trouble and you're just being an idiot." So
Yeah.
I always had a little bit of anxiety at those type of things. Because I just wasn't one for that. But There were a few parties, oh my goodness, I saw some major house wrecking going on.
Right?
One of my
Oh,
friends, I went there. Oh, I said to her, "You" like, her parents were away on a vacation, and her father, he was not a nice man, and I just looked at her and I said, "I can't even believe that you're doing I can't even believe you're having people over. Never mind, somebody went through the drywall. Somebody like, they got into a fight, they went through the drywall, like, a whole wall was wrecked. It was 9 o'clock, and I said, I'm going because I don't even wanna be my name
oh,
mentioned that I was even here,
yeah.
because I don't want your dad to come to my house or something like that because, like, he was that type of man, like, he would well, she literally ran away before they got home. That's how bad the house was. It was so bad. But we said at 9 o'clock, and I always had, like, big boyfriends, and I had my big football player boyfriend. I said, "Do you want us, like, get together and get these people out of here?" And she's, "No." And I said, "Okay, I'm gone then. I'm not
Damn.
staying here." That's crazy and disrespectful, I will say.
Oh, yeah. Also, I've some people go into people's fridges and eat
Mm,
their food or, like,
mhm.
whatever. I'm like, "This isn't yours. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
Or the party that, my daughter threw when we were
Oh,
away. I believe it was maybe a 7-day thing, or I don't know what happened.
that was nuts.
Yeah. And again, disrespectful, I found it extremely, although the drywall was replaced. And the only reason I knew that was because of she didn't grasp that it wasn't the same size.
Oh.
So I could see the difference in the sizes, and I thought, what's this?" But you know what that they did? Somebody opened
Put
a can
yeah,
of, my husband loves
sardines.
Kiffers or sardines or something like that,
Sardines, yeah.
and put it up in the closet, like, above like, we had a sort of a dishwasher was built into, like, a pantry type thing, an open pantry, and they put it up on way up on the top shelf. I think my husband took the dishwasher out and put a new one in because we thought the smell was coming from the dishwasher.
From the dish
We couldn't figure out, like, what was wrong with this dishwasher, and the smell was just horrendous. And then finally I kept going there, and I could higher you got, the more it smelled type thing. And then I found some guy had opened, thought that was hilarious, along with many other things. And I just thought,
Oh,
"You're disrespectful pieces of shit."
I remember the one door had glass broken on it, and oh my god, the dirt road from your
Mhm,
house to just ditches were full with, like, cans and everything.
mhm.
Oh my
Well, it's
god.
fairly tidy when we got home,
Yeah.
aside from those few things, and I would find just little things for about a week after, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill her." Yeah, she was grounded for quite a while for that. But she's a teenager. My fault. Shouldn't have left her at that age to, uh to look after things. She's too young.
Well, see, I was such a good child,
You
and I
were.
never did anything like that, but
That's
I was
why
also terrified of my mother.
yeah, and that's why I thought you'd go crazy when you were, like, 19. I
Yeah,
was waiting for it. You still haven't, so we'll see.
not
Still
yet. You'll
coming.
see me on the news
Yeah,
when I snap.
it's still coming. What's gonna happen?
One time I was debating on throwing a party at my house. My mom encouraged it. She goes, "You can throw a party here.
Yeah.
Like, you can have
Yeah.
people over." Like, she would always encourage me to go out and drink and socialize, which was nice. But I debated it the one time because I had a massive crush on this guy. I was in love with him. And I was
Mm,
like, "Hey, would you like come to my house if I threw a party?" He was like, "Yeah, maybe." He was like, "When were you thinking?" And I was
mm.
like, "Whatever day works for you." Like,
Just let me know when you're free, and I'll come
yeah.
over. or come on over.
Yeah, you come
It's
on
a party
over.
for
There'll be
2.
just yeah, it's just us. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, your mom had a great lawn, a great yard for a party. I'm surprised you
Right?
didn't do it.
With like we played yard games and I had a trampoline. Oh, it was great. Yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
sorry, go ahead.
no, it's okay. What were you gonna say?
Um, I was just gonna say that I have had experience. Actually, there was one party I was gonna say you were talking about a Thursday night, and my best friend. This is funny. My best friend decided she was gonna have a party for her birthday because her dad. This is a different friend, but her dad
Okay.
was very strict too, different kind of strict. Um, anyway, he was going to be
Like,
away on the weekend of her birthday. So her mom was going to be home and she was fine. She's like your mom, kind of like, oh, go
mhm.
ahead and have a party. That's fine. But her dad was having none of it. So he was supposed to go away on that weekend. His He was a truck driver, like he owned a fleet of trucks.
Okay,
And so
okay.
he was supposed to, I don't know, go out west somewhere and be
Yep.
gone for the whole week. Well, his trip, right? So we've invited all these people, and then his trip gets changed. And he's going for the week and coming home on the Saturday. And that was the night we were going to have the party, or the Friday, maybe. So what we do is we tell everyone, take the day off school, next day off school, or I think we were in grade 12. So take the next day off school, take the next day off work, so Friday. We're going to have it Thursday night, and everybody take off your time and come because we're having this party and it's a pool party. And she had an awesome in-ground pool. It was so nice. And everybody was like, yeah, we're going to do that. And you wouldn't believe the people that showed up for this party. It was really great, and it was on a Thursday night. It was epic. But the even more epic, oh my god, there was a family. Oh, I only went one time, and they would have well over 500 people show up at their party.
Oh my god.
And it was like it was outside. It was not inside, and it was like family. So I think it was 3 brothers, and they were much like your grandpa's age or maybe even older, and they would have this party. So we also got invited. Their daughter was the same age as me, so she was able to invite people to come. And my god, I've never seen a party like that in my life. I've never seen so many cars just like down, and it was on back roads. They were just
Yeah.
every which way, everywhere, and fields and fields. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Damn.
Those
See,
were the
that
good
was the
old
time.
days.
Yeah, the back in
Yeah,
the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Like, we used to go to, the Legion would have whole dances. There was a place, a little it was like a little, what do you call that? A community center? But it was out in the middle
Mhm.
of nowhere. Like, it wasn't our community center. It was this other community center, but they would hold these epic parties at this community center. And we
That's the
like
community we wanna be a
yeah,
part of.
yeah, and everybody would go to this little community's hall for their awesome parties, and it just became a thing. It was cool to go to that party
Yeah.
at that little tiny hall in the middle of nowhere. That was just a cool thing to do. So we would go there. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
The one thing I was so jealous of when it came to parties was when people would go hook up because there was no gay people,
Yeah,
virtually
there
in my
probably
town.
was. They were probably just in the
Well,
closet.
y yeah.
Mhm.
Well, there was one, but he wasn't my type. He came
Mhm.
out later,
Mhm.
and I'd never hit on him. But, it just sucked because all the guys I did hit on, would go sleep with these girls, and I'm like, "Well, why don't you sleep with me? I'll do it right now."
I'll do it right
Like, you don't
now.
have
You
to
don't
wait.
gotta wait.
Yeah,
Gotta wait for
and
this girl.
and, they were the ones I did hit on were so, like, nice about it and stuff, and they're like, "Why don't you be my wingman, and I'll be your wingman?" I was like, but there's no wingman to be for me because everyone's straight. Like, so I'm trying to get with you, and you're telling me you got this trailer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this one guy. Oh my god. I was like, why don't you show me your trailer? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, well, I usually only show girls my
Girls.
trailer. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, I can be a girl for the night. Like,
Well, it's too bad you were in that
oh,
little community,
yeah.
but it might have been a good thing. See, now you gotta
Yeah.
start going to good parties.
Well, I never got pregnant, so I
Yeah.
guess, you know.
Yeah.
The bright side.
Yeah, exactly. Lucky you. Most of
Like,
those
you
girls
mean?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're still stuck in that town, so I guess I dodged a bullet, but
maybe. Yeah.
yeah. Well, now the parties I go to, well, I guess they're not parties, it's the bar, but the
Mm.
gay sex bar, remember? Oh my
Mhm.
god, that was wild. Those
Well,
are
and
wild.
I'm too old, and, like, when we were in Mexico, so they had this white party, but everyone was hungover. I think that's why there wasn't even hardly any pictures or anything because everybody had been out the night before, and they all went, like, it was one thing we went to like, the little bar there, but then all the young people would leave there and go to the disco till 4 and 5 in the morning. So everybody felt like crap, and I was like, "I can't." So they wanted me to go the one night to the disco, and I was like, "Yeah, I just can't do it. Like, I just
Mm,
can't. It's too late. Yeah, gotta go home. Gotta go to bed." Yeah. So I'm getting there. I'm calming down a little bit.
well, when we go to Cuba next year,
I
we're
ha
gonna
I might
turn
ha I
up.
would like to I would have liked I'm sort of disappointed that I didn't go at least once. I would have liked to have seen it, the disco, or like what it's like, and I'm sure the music
Yeah,
is really loud and it'd be pretty awesome. But again, was so tired. Like, I don't know if I could have lasted, but I could have always got a ride back home too. But
yeah.
it was at a different the other thing, it was at a different resort. Like, it was the same resort owners, like, so, but there was 3 resorts that you could get access to. So it was on a
Mhm.
different one. So you had to actually take a long trip from our resort to that resort, and I didn't want to do that by myself. You know what I mean? Come back by myself, walk
Yeah.
home, walk to the thing by myself, and yeah.
Loser.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Meanwhile, who would have even looked at me? Nobody.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no one took a picture of you,
Yeah,
so
nobody even looked at my outfit. Like, who can't look at this? I don't even get that. I'm so upset. Well, now we got snap. You could just take stills of all of this.
40 minutes worth. Uh, get into the weave.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think that was a great episode on parties.
Yeah. Yeah. And we should, if anybody has any comments, to leave comments about their parties.
Oh yeah, tell us
Yeah.
about the
And
best parties
ideas.
that you've ever been to.
Yeah. That would
Yeah.
be fun. I bet you there's some crazy parties.
Right? Tell us your story.
Yeah.
Tell us the wildest thing you've done at a party
Yeah.
or that you've seen.
Okay. And don't get crazy, though. Okay. Do get crazy.
Okay. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in. We hope you have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Again, I'm your host, Damen B, and I hope you enjoyed spilling the tea with me.